did you hear about the PSA changes? I mean, I feel like,
which one?
No, yeah, which I was just gonna say, like, which one? So PSA acquires Genamint to introduce next generation technology for the grading process.
We were talking a little bit about this.
I'm gonna go ahead. Let me bring this in here. Here we go. I'm gonna put it over our faces right there. This is, and I'll put this up this way you can still see us. But this is literally what they just released as a press release. And what it says is Professional Sports Authenticator PSA has announced that it has acquired Genamint Inc., a software company that will help improve and scale the process to which PSA handles trading card submissions. Genamint technology analyzes each trading card in real time and is able to provide diagnostics, measurements, and detect alterations or other changes made to a card's surface in an effort to assist human graders. So it's not going to replace, it's going to be an addition. Yeah, exactly. It will also provide unique card identification or card fingerprinting. That's interesting. By identifying the exact card in order to track provenance, resubmissions, condition changes, and other attributes over time. You guys can go ahead and check out PSA to read the rest of the blog. But basically, in conclusion, what is it saying? It is saying that
it's going to cut the time.
It's going to improve improve the quality. So one thing that PSA has been charged with, even prior to the overload that they've had, is the inconsistencies with some of their grades. Even though they are the premium grading service, there's been some inconsistencies where I know, and I've received some of these as well, where there are PSA 10s where there's still an off-centering. And there'll be PSA 9s where it's perfectly centered. So I think something like this is going to help with some of those inconsistencies. Also, it sounds like what they're going to do is challenge Beckett's black label. Okay. Beckett has that black label where it's like the primo of primo around the world. If it's graded a black label, we're talking about prices that are 10x's of a PSA 10. So it looks like they're trying to create a service that can rival that. Yeah, exactly. So that is really interesting.
I assume that's going to cut down some of the timing, though, too, because they'll get off the bat, it'll scan the card and be like, all right, there's this crease in this corner. We
don't know how long it'll take. It says in real time, but, it's how they loosely define that. We don't know how long the scan actually does take. I think on the front end, like anything else, there's a learning curve, so maybe it's not going to change anything. It'll still be just as long. But overall, I think, and you've mentioned this could be a moment where we're transitioning to where the software and technology can just grade the whole thing.
Yeah, I was saying it's like,
and that will definitely speed it up.
Yeah, it makes sense. It would make sense, especially like if eBay has its own thing where you can just scan a card and it tells you everything about it. I feel like with everything we have in technology and the automotive, they can check everything on your car, what's wrong in an accident. Like, how can't they scan a card and say, okay?
Yeah, that's. I mean, so it's a great acquisition. However, the prices are going to be ridiculous. All the prices, a lot of people, I'm going to say everyone, a lot of people were saying when PSA doubled their prices a month ago, they were like, it's temporary just so that they can curb some of the submissions. Once they're able to get their hold on it, they'll bring the prices back. This acquisition right here, I think tells me they're not rolling back prices. I think they're going to increase prices.
What do you think it's going to do to the brand, though?
I think it's going to make it even more premium.
Is it going to be like more because, all right, now we have technology grading these cards with humans. So 100%. Now if you get a PSA 10, it's worth even more.
Yeah, 100%. I think so. The value could go up. On the front end, the value will always go up because it's brand new, right? But I think overall, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when they roll this out.
It doesn't make sense then to send anything into PSA that isn't like a really valuable card.
That's actually, yes.
I have a bunch of, I have a bunch of first edition Neo commons and stuff. I was going to send them in because they're perfect condition. I was like, let me get them graded and I'll sell them all together. But something like that, now I'll send to a different company because it's going to cost me too much. Yes. It's not going to be enough return on those types of cards to send to a PSA.
Yeah. Yo, what is up, Nick?
I got to send like a holo to PSA that I know is worth a lot of money already.
Yeah, that's true. That is a shame because I think that, grading cards is a great way of protecting, cards, gives it cards longevity. And when they were just $10, I think that was a wonderful thing. Right, you're preserving the card. Now with it being so expensive, I think a lot of the lower end stuff is going to really go to waste. But from the moment we started the show, you have heard me always say this, is always buy the best that you can afford, because the best of every category will always be worth something. The lowest of the category is the first thing to get hit. So, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, we'll see. And yet the Poke market is saturated with sellers. Yeah, you know what it is? Is it saturated with sellers? That's a really, really great, strong point, and there's a lot of evidence to support that. Pokemon's a global brand, and I think a lot of the sellers that are hitting the market are also equally the buyers. In fact, they're probably more buyers than they are sellers.
I mean, yeah, that's what I do. I
sell
some, but I buy a lot.
Yeah, so I would say that there's a very large community of people that it's just they're buying and selling from each other, and it could be a false indication of the overall market. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying it's possible, but the Pokemania that's going on right now. Someone that I know just posted a picture of a Target. This was, I think it was yesterday, or sometime in the last few days, and it was taken at 4 a.m. There were tents set up, and there were already like 40 people there. And that's crazy. We're talking about a craze where like the Apple iPhone does that, and now it's like Pokemon cards where the packs are like what, $3.99, $4.99, something like that, retail. And they're trying to get the right ones where you can flip it for like a 4x. That's crazy. And I know I'm one of the few. I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me. I'm not really buying from retail stores anyway, so it's not affecting me directly. But I don't mind it because I think it helps. I think
a lot of people are going to lose money though.
They're going to lose their shirt.
There's going to be a lot of, there already is a lot of people that just think that don't really have a good concept of it.
Yeah.
And they're like, Pokemon equals money. So they go out and they'll buy sets that are really not worth anything, but they just buy it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really good in the sets.
That's true. And I don't mind it. And you know what? If, like, for example, I put it in a couple different categories. Number one, if you're really passionate about Pokemon and that's your source for getting it, then why wouldn't you want to wake up early? Like, do it. Like, anything that I'm passionate about, guess what? I'll wake up early for it. I
might wait outside one day.
You know what I mean? Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And number two, if you're in a position where you feel like you can make a buck, and then it's also you need to make a buck, and that's a way that you could do it, that's capitalism. And like, America is okay with that. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay. And there's a lot of other crazier things that are bad that people are making a buck off of than Pokemon cards. Yeah. Like everyone needs to settle down with that. Like, I've seen some, even every day almost, heated arguments where people will post like, this is what I was able to get from today from Walmart and Target, whatever. And then like the trollers come out and they go to town on them. And I'm like, easy. I actually talk to people now. Like, I participate because I think I've had enough with it. Like, I feel it's unfair for people to be hating on people just trying to either wake up early or go get some stuff for themselves or their kids, but also maybe they'll flip it and make a buck. Who the heck cares? There are a lot worse things than Pokemon that people are trying to flip here.
True.
Like, take it easy. I think it's fine. I encourage it. If you want to do it, do it. I think it's great. And if and I've said this before on the show, like, if my son ever said, "Hey Dad, next week, can we wake up early and go?" I'll do it. Not because I feel like we need the cards and I can't get it, because we all know I can get it. But if he wants that experience, I'm doing it with him.